Let me tell you a story. A man won the lottery, $50 million. Overnight, he went from broke to rich. But within 5 years, he was bankrupt, divorced, and more miserable than before. On the other hand, another man, a teacher, invested small amounts every month. Nothing flashy, nothing dramatic, but after 30 years, he retired a millionaire, free and happy. What's the difference between the two? It's not intelligence, it's not luck. It's behavior and everything to do with how you think about money. And that's exactly what the psychology of money teaches us. Why people do crazy things with money, and how you can avoid the traps that ruin lives. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll see money in a way you've never imagined before. Today, I will be sharing 10 game-changing lessons from Morgan Housel's The Psychology of Money, with science-backed studies that prove why mastering your money mindset is more powerful than chasing the next stock tip. Hi, you are welcome to Book Wisdom Unlocked. This is a space where I share wisdom and insight from books so that we can become best version of ourselves and high-value people through reading and implementing what we learned from the books. Today, I will be summarizing The Psychology of Money, which is a book that stood out from many finance books because it explains something most people ignore. Money isn't about spreadsheets, it's about behavior. If you want more book summary like this, please make sure you hit the subscribe button and like the video. In this video, I'll share 10 of the most powerful lessons from the book, along with real studies and data to show you how psychology drives wealth. And stick with me until the end, because I'll reveal one money mindset shift that completely changed how I handle my finances. Lesson 1. Wealth is what you don't see. The writer, Morgan Housel, says, "Rich is buying things. Wealth is invisible, which it's savings and investments." People often confuse being rich, spending visibly on cars, houses, clothes, with being wealthy, the money you've saved and invested that no one can see. Studies shows that a Federal Reserve study found that 40% of Americans couldn't cover a $400 emergency expense, despite high spending. True wealth is restraint, even if they look rich on the outside. This means don't flex your income. Build invisible wealth. True wealth is invisible. It's your savings, investments, and financial security, not the fancy car in your driveway. Lesson 2. Beware of enough. The endless chase for more can lead to risk-taking and loss of what you already have. Overreaching for more can destroy what you already have. Studies on hedonic adaptation show chasing endless upgrades never increases long-term happiness. Studies on hedonic adaptation show that once basic needs are met, people quickly adjust and crave more. But happiness doesn't increase much. Important point is, define or know what's enough for you. If you don't, you'll never feel satisfied, even if you get rich. Lesson 3. Freedom is the highest dividend of wealth. Morgan Housel wrote that the ultimate goal of money is control over your time. The real benefit of money isn't luxury. It's the freedom to control your time and decisions. A Princeton study by Kahneman and Deaton in 2010 found that happiness rises with income up to about $75,000 per year. Beyond that, freedom matters more than luxury. Important point is, wealth buys time, not stuff. Build wealth to buy freedom of time, not just material things. Lesson 4. Luck and risk are two sides of the same coin. Success and failure aren't only about effort. They often involve luck and risk. Bill Gates became rich partly by attending one of the only schools with a computer in 1968. Studies in behavioral economics, Taleb's Black Swan, show that chance plays a larger role in success than most admit. Important point is, stay humble. Don't copy people blindly. What worked for them might have had a lot of luck behind it. Lesson 5. Money is personal, not purely rational. Finance isn't about logic, it's about psychology. We all make emotional money decisions. Daniel Kahneman's Nobel Prize work in behavioral economics showed we're twice as sensitive to losses as to gains. Finance isn't physics, it's psychology. Studies on behavioral economics by Daniel Kahneman, Nobel Prize, proves we're irrational with money. Loss aversion alone makes us value losses twice as much as gains. Important point is, stop aiming to be rational. Aim to be reasonable. Stop trying to be perfectly rational. Instead, aim to be reasonable. Choose financial strategies you can stick with, even if they're not mathematically perfect. Lesson 6. You and I think about money differently. Everyone's money decisions are shaped by personal experiences. Someone who grew up in the 2008 crisis sees money differently from someone in a boom. People's money choices reflect their personal history. Someone who grew up in poverty may hoard cash, while someone from wealth may take risks. A study on behavioral finance research shows financial decisions are highly path-dependent, which is shaped by unique experiences, not universal logic. Important point is, respect perspectives. Don't judge others' money moves. Don't judge others' money choices. Their experiences shape them differently. Lesson 7. Tails drive everything. When investing and you are doing business, a few big wins drive the majority of results. Housel. In investing, a few big wins shape most outcomes. If you're running a business, expect many small experiments to fail. That's normal. One idea, one product, or one marketing campaign could become the tail event that defines your success. Instead of trying to get everything right, create room for luck and optionality. Keep trying, adapting, and surviving until a big win happens. When Housel says, "Tails drive everything," he's teaching a key mindset shift. You don't have to be right most of the time. Being right once or twice in a big way can outweigh dozens of small wrong bets. A good example, missing out on Apple's stock from 2000 to 2020 would mean missing one of the biggest tail events in history. Avoid catastrophic losses. The goal isn't perfection, it's survival. If you stay in the game long enough and manage risk, those few big winners will eventually lift your overall performance. Patience is power. Many investors fail because they quit before the tail events happen. Staying invested allows you to capture those rare moments when markets or businesses explode in value. Studies shows that venture capital data shows less than 10% of startups create 90% of returns. This means that you don't need to be right all the time. Just enough in the long run, just avoid big mistakes, and stay invested long enough to benefit from the few huge winners. Lesson 8. Compounding is a superpower. Example: Warren Buffett earned 99% of his wealth after age 50, thanks to compounding. Small gains over time create extraordinary results because of compounding. His secret? Not picking the best stocks, but letting compounding work for decades. Albert Einstein called compounding the eighth wonder of the world research. From Morningstar shows that early savers outperform late big savers. Important point is, start small, start early. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Start small today. Compounding rewards. Consistency, not perfection. Lesson 9. Pessimism sounds smarter than optimism, but optimism builds wealth. Saying the market will crash makes you sound smart, but in the long run, optimism pays off. Doom sells, but optimism builds wealth. Studies done in Harvard Business Review found pessimists are perceived as more intelligent, But optimists live longer and build more successful businesses. Important point is, don't be swayed by doomsayers. Long-term optimism with short-term caution is the winning strategy. Lesson 10. Save money even if you don't have a goal. Saving is not only for a specific purchase. It gives you flexibility, security, and peace of mind. Housel says, saving gives you options and flexibility. A research shows that financial stress is the #1 cause of anxiety in adults. APA 2020. Savings buffer against stress and uncertainty. Important point is, save for the unknown, not just a target. Save regularly, even if you don't know exactly what for. Your future self will thank you. So, here's the truth. Money success isn't about having the best strategy. It's about having the right mindset. These 10 lessons from The Psychology of Money prove that wealth is more about behavior than intelligence. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Which one of these lessons will you start implementing today? Drop your answer in the comments section. I reply to everyone. And if you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure you hit the like button to help more people see this. Subscribe for more book-based, science-backed wisdom. Watch my next video on atomic habits, where I share 5 tiny changes that can completely transform your life when practiced daily. Remember, money is 80% behavior and only 20% math. Change your mindset, and your bank account will follow.